Hi my darlings, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Cindy from the travel blog iowander.com. I make videos about expat life in South Korea as well as other travel adventures. So if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. In my previous video, I talked about my EPIK interview, and then today I'll be going over my EPIK orientation, just to give you guys a better idea of what to expect. So let's get started. So there's actually an EPIK online pre-orientation that you have to complete prior to your arrival in Korea, and it's basically online modules with additional information about the EPIK program, as well as Korean culture and more information about the English curriculum in Korean schools. And then there's the actual orientation that you attend in person once you arrive in Korea. So for me, I was part of the spring intake, and during that time, it was a 9-day orientation, which took place from February 22nd to March 1st, and it was held at Kongju University in Cheongnam, which is about 2 hours south of Seoul. On the first day, they picked us up from the airport and drove us to the orientation venue. So for me, my flight landed at like 5 a.m. So, I took that first shuttle at around 11. And then once I got there, I had to complete registration and then check into my dorm room. They assigned each of us a random roommate, so shout out to my roomie. They also gave us a goodie bag, which included our orientation handbook, as well as a calendar and little snacks. There was a new itinerary each day, which consisted of lectures, activities, and Korean language classes, and we were also divided into different teams, so dependent on what team we were in, it would determine our exact schedule and time slot. And the schedule was found in the orientation handbook, but there was also like this bulletin board in the main area that got updated daily. But for the most part, everyone started their day at like 9 a.m. and ended about 8 p.m. So of course, there were breaks in between and meals were provided. So that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there was a lot of time slot for those meals, and it was like 40 minutes each. And the meals, they're buffet style, but they were really quite tasty in my opinion. There was quite a lot of variety. You did have the freedom to roam outside and explore and order your own food. I know a lot of people ordered fried chicken, and me and my friends did that as well. There was a 12 a.m. curfew, so you just had to make sure you were back by then. There were a few major events that occurred during orientation. In the beginning, there was the opening ceremony and a welcome dinner. There was another day where we had to do the medical exam, which consisted of a blood and urine test as well as a chest x-ray. And there was a cultural day where we took a field trip to the Royal Tomb and the Kongju National Museum, so that was really fun. And then later that day, we also did a Hanji craft project, and that was also neat. Then towards the end, there was this lesson demo that you had to do. It was the big project that we were working on throughout the week. Basically, you're paired up with a partner and you have to do a lesson demonstration. So on the day that you do the lesson demo is also the day that you meet with your Office of Education. So this is the day that everyone's waiting for, because it's the day that you find out exactly what school you're placed in, what district you'll be living in, and what level you're teaching, elementary or middle. So that was the big day that everyone was anxious about, basically. And then on that day as well was the closing ceremony and the farewell dinner. On the very last day, they dropped us off at our Office of Education, and representatives from our school came to pick us up. For me, it was my co-teacher and my head teacher. And you meet them, and then they drive you to your new apartment, and that is when your journey officially begins. There's an EPIK in-service training program that you have to complete sometime during the school year, and it's just online modules about teaching strategies and classroom management, stuff like that. I personally had a great time at orientation. It was a good way to meet people and get adjusted into Korean culture. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, need clarification, or would like to add something, please leave me a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!